I'd like to welcome the Croatian coach to my left, Zlatko Dalic. To his left, player Ivan Perisic. And to his left, team media officer Tomislav Pacak. Please do disable mobile phones, disable the mobile hotspots rather, and note that we have interpretation today into English, Arabic, Spanish, and Croatian. Photographers, I will ask you to leave after 5 minutes, please, after 5 minutes, but I will give you a warning when we're on the last question for photographers. Finally, please wait for the microphone and introduce yourself and your organisation. That would be very helpful. So we'll go straight to questions. We'll have a question first. Gentleman there on the third row, please, in the middle. Fourth row, yes, correct. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Question for the head coach. You said after the Brazil match we have yet to do. To which extent did you manage to prepare for Argentina? Will you be adapting your game, or will you continue your style, your winning style? And question for Ivan, what does it feel like to play in the second semi-finals in a row at the World Cup? How different, how similar is the English match in 2018 and tomorrow's match? Head coach. Cheers, greetings to you all. We are among the four best teams in the world. That is an extraordinary success for Croatia. It is a great thing for 2 World Cups in a row to be among the 4 best national teams in football. However, we want more. We are playing the great Argentina, the terrific team led by Leo Messi. They are highly motivated and they're under greater pressure than Croatia at this particular moment in time. We have analyzed our opponent. We know how they play. We know where they want to take the game, and we're preparing for them. I'm an optimist by nature. I do trust my players. They have demonstrated a high level of quality, strength of character, and they would not have made it to the semi-finals without that. We shall not adapt to our opponent too much. We know their strengths and weaknesses. Will continue to play our own game, and I hope it will yield results.
Well, good afternoon to all. Yes, it's a wonderful feeling to be part of this event and to be in the semi-finals. And just like any sportsman, we wish to go into the finals, and we will do our best to reach the finals against Argentina, which, just like the head coach has said, is a major team, and they really do their best, do the 100%. And it will be difficult to compare England and their previous semi-finals. I think it's going to be a similar match because England has also had a very good squad, but it depends a lot on us, and if we're we play the right way, just like we played against Brazil, everything is possible without a doubt.
Question for the head coach. How detrimental or harmful was, in terms of energy, losing the World Cup and the previous message? Have you recovered? Are you exhausted? Are you in fit shape? And a question to Ivan. You were doing a lot in the Morocco match. You were helping the defense players, and that approach showed to be successful against Brazil. You've stopped on the right side Neymar and Vinicius. Will you be performing in a similar way? Answer: yes, it was quite exhausting. We played extra time in 2 matches. But we are in the semi-finals of the World Cup, and we're not even discussing exhaustion. Whether we have strength is not an issue. We have strength, willingness, and energy. It's undoubtable, and it's out of the question. We will give our best. We have done so in every match before. We have recovered after each match, and this will be the case against Argentina. We will give our best, and we have no great problems currently when it comes to the players, to the lineup. All of the players are healthy. I hope they rested well. I will not burden them, and they don't want to be tired.
Well, you mentioned Morocco and the first match, and a lot of you were not very satisfied. So let's see how far Morocco has made it. And we can say that we did a very good job at that very first match, and each squad at this tournament has very good wings and flanks, and we need to work on the defense from our side if we want to do what we've done in Russia. And I think we're on the right path, both on the left and the right side. And we have to focus on the defense, and because only as a team you can do something major or win a trophy. But some specific plan we do not have yet. We just have to show what we know do our best from the very first until the last minute, both in terms of defense and attack and all of the other actions. And I hope for a positive result.
Wait for a translation, please. Okay.
Mr. DALIC, nice to meet you. My question is in Spanish. Mi nombre es
Hello, this is Juan Pablo Ferrari, Diario Hoy, La Plata. In 2018, you managed to neutralize Argentina, marking Messi and Di Maria. However, in Nizhny Novgorod, the match was decided by a goalkeeper's mistake, the Argentinian goalkeeper. How are you trying to play tomorrow? Will you come out with a similar playing style as 4 years ago, or will you go into the attack to win the game?
This is a match quite different from the match back in 2018. This was a group stage match back in 2018. It was not decisive in any way. If we failed to score, we would not have been relegated. We did our best. We used all of our chances, and we were a compact, feisty, and a strong team. We will retain this approach, but this 2018 match has nothing to do with tomorrow's match. Tomorrow's match is a great match, specifically for Argentina. It's a great match for us as well. You know, it goes without say. The stakes are quite high for both teams. The finals are the stakes. And tomorrow, none of us will spare any effort. We shall not calculate, and we shall give our best. I expect a solid, dynamic, and a fair game from both sides.
Thank you. Photographers, last question. Last question with photographers, please. Middle, please.
Izborniče Ivane, dobar dan.
Good afternoon, Sasha Nogans from Nova TV. Question for the head coach after the Canada match. You said that the head coach of Canada had not congratulated you, and that you really had this one similar experience with the Argentinian head coach. How do you look at this situation, and are you prepared for any provocation? Because during the Netherlands-Argentina match, the Argentinians were quite provocative throughout the match. And a question for Ivan. You have, by the number of goals you've scored, been better scorer than Davor Šuker in the European Championships and the World Cups. And a Spanish journalist said that you would be one of the best football players in the world. How important it is to be better than Davor Šuker. The 1998 generation was the inspiration for your further success. We know, all of us know that. Answer? Yes, I mentioned this at the press conference last time. I shall not go back to this. I understand the actors involved, the expectations of Argentina were quite high back then, and this happens in life. We shall not hold any grudges. I don't hold grudges, don't get angry at anyone. I know that in emotional states of mind, we all have our own reactions. We could see the Argentina-Netherlands match. It was quite feisty. It was quite difficult. Many duels in the match and many non-football related situations and behaviors were there. I really hope that this will not be the case.
Well, I said a lot of times already, it is not so much the goal or the record. It is important that the team, both the national team and the club team, is winning. And if I do a couple of goals or assists, it's also an addition. And I'll do what I'm asked to do. And this is what is going to be the case this time as well.
Pause any remaining photographers, please. Put cameras away. And then we'll go into the middle. And with the lady there, please, been waiting for a while. Okay.
Dobar dan, Ivane, dobar dan, Zlatko.
Good afternoon, Marko Varga from RTL Television. A lot of important matches behind you, matches of all times. Where do you put this match against Argentina on a scale taking into account Croatian football history? Answer? I have already said that for me, the semi-final match against England in the last World Cup was the greatest match of all times, and the match against Brazil comes in second on that list. And tomorrow's match would be third on that list. It's one of the most important, most significant matches for us. After only 4 years, to repeat such success, such an achievement on the World Cup stage with a new national team is quite fantastic. I do believe that this is a great success. If we manage to win tomorrow, that would make it the greatest historical game for Croatia of all times.
On the third row, please, and then back.
Hi, Noah, Dutch television. Question to both. What have you learned the most from watching the Netherlands play against Argentina in regards to tomorrow's match?
We analyzed that match and we saw what Argentina does best. Messi is in great shape again. And he is very good at setting up the assists, the stage for the assists, and he is very well connected with his players in the assertiveness, in the fighting mode, they're a compact, feisty team. They're an extraordinary team. They're also well balanced. They have their own qualities. They have their own advantages. And they really want to make results. And they did not expect for the Netherlands to make a comeback during that match. And that was an admonishment, that was a warning for them. I even expect them to be better in the match against us, to be more compact, to have greater strength. And as I said before, for them too, is this a very important match. And they have a greater pressure. They're under a greater pressure than we are, and they'll have a lot of fans and supporters. It's a handicap for us. We have less supporters. However, we shall not succumb to that. We shall not be complaining. We are now in the semifinals. Let's play in the semifinals round against one of the best football teams in the world and in history. Let's enjoy.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Dobar dan svima.
Good morning to all. Good afternoon to all. Edin Mahmoudin from the Croatian radio television head coach. How important it is for the substitute players that you included later on in the match, like Orsic, he had 2 assists, and also Vlasic, 2 penalties were scored by them, and Petkovic scored a goal. How important it is to have the substitute players, the bench on your side, and to be able to count on them, take into account the developments in this World Cup, and even the metaphor new ball appeared yesterday. Is this trivial Or does that make any change? Does that change things for the goalkeepers, etc.? Answer: when we prepared for this World Cup and we were making the list, we said that we have a wide variety, a wide range of players to choose from, and that has proven to be a fact. Each substitute player justified their replacement, and they went into the game and they justified our trust. We did the right moves, so we made the right moves. My technical staff and I, in a short conversation on the bench, decided on these substitutions, and we actually have an added value in those moves we made. It proved to be the right thing to do. We have a selection of players to choose from, and that's very important to be able to make decisions and changes when we are not on the roll, to have the best solutions possible.
Well, as you can see, the color is new, and I think these are quite quicker balls, perhaps, but we'll see how it plays out tomorrow, whether it's going to be good or not. I will shoot as much as I can, and I hope it will be successful.
Thank you for your patience over there.
My question is in Arabic. To the coach, you told me previously in a previous press conference that Morocco shall dream, is entitled to dream, may dream of returning back home with the trophy. Are you still sticking to what you've said back then, or do you deem yourself more capable of holding the trophy at the very end? Do you think you deserve it, maybe more than the Moroccans? And after this World Cup, do you think that Diash will play at the very same club, or do you think that he will maybe become more interesting for other clubs?
Ja sam rekao.
I've said many times before, and I shall repeat, everyone in life has a right to make dreams. The Croatian national team 4 years ago made that dream a reality for all small countries, and we gave the other countries the right to have those dreams. 4 years ago, no one expected the small Croatia to be in the finals, and they were encouraged by our example, led by our fight, our quality, and our examples. In 2018, all other national teams are living their dreams. Morocco is no exception. They have great support. They have a great game behind them. Belgium, Spain, Portugal, they defeated. These are great national teams, and they have the right to hope and to dream for the gold. But let us have share the same dream. There's is really playing great. Mateo Kovacic said this as well. Where will he play? I don't know. It's a question for someone else.
Gentleman, fourth row, please.
Hello. Isaac Fannin, BBC. Oh, yeah, Isaac Fannin, BBC. A lot has been said about Lionel Messi perhaps being his last World Cup, but Croatia also has an icon as well in your team, in Luka Modric. How important would it be, or how good would it be to send him off potentially to retirement with a World Cup victory? That's to both Ivan and the coach.
Well, we saw a couple of days ago that Portugal with Cristiano lost. So he was here for 5 times at the World Cup and he was unable to win. And Messi with Argentina is trying to do the same for the 5th time. So he would definitely do his best with his team players to go to the finals and win the trophy. And on the other hand, we will be also at 100% of our performance because, as I said today, it's going to be a very good, very solid, manly match and let the better one win.
Okay, gentleman there on the left.
Izvolite, tu s lijeve strane.
Para ambos,
For both of you, Mr. Dalic and Perisic, Alejandro Magdaleno, San Luis, Argentina, I wanted to ask you about your tactical plans for tomorrow, but you talked about your pride just now. You're two very resilient countries, Argentina and Croatia, and also personally, you are very resilient. So from an emotional side of things, we're talking about nations, countries supporting you, and that resilience by Argentina and Croatia will have an impact, I guess, in this World Cup, right?
But
You are right. Both national teams are very emotional, bear great emotions. And when you look at the Argentinian fans, the emotions they carry, the cheering they get in voting, it's amazing. And it's the same with the Croats. We are a lot less here than you, and that's your advantage, the emotion and the passion. And football is as it is. It has a lot of good things with it, and also a lot of disappointments. From 32 national teams, we now have 4 left, and then 2 will be left, and the others will have to hide their emotions or demonstrate their emotions in another way. One team will celebrate. There will be only one winner, and that team will enjoy its win. Both Croatia and Argentina have the right to that, and it will be a great atmosphere and a great support. And on the other hand, I believe that Croats will be the ones holding all these emotions and joy in the end.
Gentleman.
Dobar dan, pozdrav.
Good afternoon. Greetings for the runners-up. In 2018, I would like to thank you for everything you have made in this World Cup. I come from the Christian Radio. Question for the head coach. I listened to your statement from the previous World Cup, and you said that the fans should enjoy football before you played Argentina last time. And will you launch the same message today? It's not a group stage anymore. And Ivan, can you remember the atmosphere in Russia before you faced off England? Can you compare it to the atmosphere here today? I always say to our fans that they should enjoy football because there is no true success and true result without enjoying what you do. Each of us have to enjoy our professions, the work we do. My players are happy being what they are. They have great joy in trainings and in meetings and in matches, and I will reiterate that message. They have deserved the joy. They're one of the 4 best teams in the world. Maybe we did not expect it this year. They're on a world stage. The whole world's watching. What will they do? What will small Croatia do? So let whole of Croatia enjoy tomorrow's match.
Yeah, we prepare for each and every match in a similar way, but the difference is that in Russia, this path was a bit more difficult, and we always had to go back to our base. But we're now in the same hotel, and the maximum travel is 30 minutes, which is a lot easier, and we have a lot more time to rest and to prepare. And we analyzed everything well tonight, and we'll do the training session tonight, and I guess we're ready.
Please, the front, and then gentleman there. Thank you.
Yes, Francisco Canepa for ESPN Argentina. I'm going to ask in Spanish. para el técnico.
A question for the coach, please. You talked about your dreams previously, and I can't help but thinking on that match against Ukraine before 2018. Sometimes dreams become a reality. Did you think back then that you were going to achieve everything that you've achieved afterwards? Is that reality even bigger than your dreams now? You are in a semi-final again, and you can't even reach the final. Ivan, have you spoken with Lautaro and Romero? Did you know that Maradona actually has some Croatian blood? What do you think of this?
Yes, the situation was quite different back then. Quite honestly, I could not imagine having I could not have imagined that I would come so far, that I would be the head coach of Croatia in 2 World Cups, that I would be leading Croatia in the finals and the semi-finals. I thought that this is a place reserved for other actors. But thanks God, I managed to do it. I got a chance, took the chance, and I'm so grateful for that chance. Whatever happens tomorrow, I still am proud of what I've done for the Croatian national team. I'm proud of my Croatia and I'm proud of my players. No one expected that Croatia would in 4 years would be almost in the finals. If you're among the 4 best teams, you're almost as if you've stayed until the end. So I'm really, my pride has no limits. The sky is the limit. I'm a happy person, you know. All of us have our own dreams. I had my own dream to be the head coach of Croatia, of my people. But I never dreamt of this, you know, precisely this. So thanks God for that. As to the other players, the other question, I cannot comment on that.
Nisam pričao sad ovih dana. Well, I haven't talked. In the group stage, we were in touch, but after reaching semi-finals, we were not in touch. But I do know that Lautaro and Kuti as well, they live for their country, and I can't wait to play for Argentina. And there were a lot of problems when we played in London and Milan, and they are really looking forward to playing for the country, and in that sense we're similar, and they are going to be at 100% of their performance just as we are, and let the best man win. And we expect a very good solid match, and I hope that the whole world and stadium will enjoy the match.
موعد والقنوات الناقلة لمباراة منتخب الأرجنتين ومنتخب كرواتيا في الدور نصف نهائي من بطولة كأس العالم قطر 2022. تقام المباراة يوم الثلاثاء الموافق 13 من ديسمبر 2022، وذلك في تمام 10:00 مساء بتوقيت السعودية، 9:00 مساء بتوقيت مصر، 8:00 مساء بتوقيت تونس والمغرب والجزائر. القنوات الناقلة قناة بي إن سبورت ماكس وبي إن سبورت المفتوحة. معلق المباراة عصام الشوالي، وقناة الكأس القطرية الغير مشفرة معلق المباراة أحمد الطيب.